Hi everyone, Judd Fink from Flat Six Innovations with an update from the main shop. I wanted to show you something that we're seeing more of as these cars get older, especially when they come from a northern climate. So we're seeing more corrosion than we used to as these cars get older. And we're also seeing more of it again from cars that are in the northern areas or along shorelines, anywhere that they're subject to salt, sand, etc. So anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm coming underneath this car and you can see there's definitely a lot of corrosion, and every nut and bolt is rusted, every component here. This was a little bit of a monster to get this engine out because every nut and bolt and so forth is all rusty. You can even see here that it's scale rust. This is something very prominent in cars that are from the northern regions because of these road salt. But that's rust flaking off pieces of metal. So other things that we noticed, this gentleman had new suspension components installed, which is great, but now you can see the difference between how clean that is versus the corroded components on the rest of the underside. So other things that we noticed while we were here are these hose clamps. So you can see how badly corroded these hose clamps are, rusted to the point where there's a good possibility these are going to fail as soon as we start putting heat and pressure back into the cooling system. So this is something that we may have to address and replace all of the hose clamps in this system. So another thing that we had is on the undercarriage of these cars, there are these little studs that are welded in that are threaded, and this is what holds the underbelly pans on the car. Now this one in particular, you can see really well that it is rusted so bad, and I'm putting my finger behind it so hopefully you can see it better. It is rusted so bad that the threads are gone off the bottom part of this post. It is just a little peg sticking out here now. So we're gonna have to address this problem with probably a local body shop or something to get this resolved so we can put the underbelly pans back in correctly. Something else we noticed is these lines. These are fuel lines. And they are corroded really, really badly. So you can see anywhere that there's exposed metal underneath these cars are subject to rusting. Now, this car had a brake line problem because you can see they have brand new brake lines, and you can even see it goes all the way to the very front of the car, hooks to the master cylinder because these things rusted out so bad that they failed probably. And the reason I'm saying that is that last year, we actually had a car here that Jake was test driving, and one of these lines blew out on him on that other vehicle. Fortunately, he was able to safely stop the car and got it limped back here to the shop. Now, we had to address that separately from everything that we do for the engine work with the customer. We do not handle that scope of work. So anyway, I just wanted to show you something that we're seeing more and more of as the cars get older, especially the ones that come from northern regions. Hope all is well with you. That's what's happening here at Flat Six.